of the paramount chief or the chief of the Odupon state. Kaswa, the place which you call Kaswa, is Odupon Kwehe or Odupon Eshapa, and it is the commercial center of the Odupon state.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many people do you have in this area, the population?
The most populated community in the whole of West Africa is the Odupon state. Every single day, about 280 people, according to statistics, come to settle here. So right now, we are having more than 1 million people settling at this settlement.
The people in this area are Guans.
Yes.
Where did you come from before settling here?
History is saying that in the 1700s, some 300, 400 years ago, we were coming from the Mediterranean Sea area.
Mediterranean?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we came to Mali. From Mali, we settled at the Shire Hills. There we descended down to Accra. We came with the Gans. The Awutus are Gans. The secret is that we speak the Guan language, which is the language of the Gauls.
What Gauls?
Yes, the Gauls, our people, when they were coming, they believe in the sub-Gauls. We have Kukurentum. We have Chawe. We have several deities. They believe in the deities. So it is believed that the Awutus speak the language of the deities.
Okay.
And the Gans are speaking the language that we were speaking.
Okay.
So we and the Gans are one. We are one. We are brethren.
So the Gauls speak Guan?
Yes, the Gauls speak Guan. That's what we believe.
The Awutu Senya East constituency shares boundaries with 3 constituencies. On the Greater Accra region border, it shares boundaries with the Wejagbawe and the Botiano English Amanfro constituencies on the north. Now, where I am currently is Kakraba Junction. This is the border town. This is where Awutu Senya East ends and share a boundary with Gomwa East. So when you look at the road on my left, that takes you to Budumburam camp. Now, behind me, you are going to the Kaswa toll booth, and right ahead of me will take you to inside the constituency, that's Kaswa and other areas. Now, due to the opening of the Greater Accra region, you realize that many people live in the side of town and work in Accra, and so they probably have similar challenges and also share a lot of similarities in terms of the way they lead their lives. Where I am standing currently is the Okrum Kwanta. This is the last community in Awutu Senya East that shares a boundary with Awutu Senya West. Now, people in this community are primarily farmers, but it appears other occupations are gradually coming in, opening up the community. One prominent project in the constituency is the $170 million Kaswa interchange project. The project came with 270-meter span bridge, 2 bridges at Galilee and Crystal City, a 3-kilometer dual carriage, as well as a 6-kilometer asphalt overlay on the Galilee to Crystal City Road. Also part of the project is the construction of 2 bus terminals and 6 boreholes. I have been joined by my colleague who is our Central Regional Correspondent, Calvin Stetson. He's going to be taking me around some of the projects that have been done in this constituency. Hi, Calvis.
Hi, Frema.
Right, so this is a hospital, I believe.
Yes.
Which hospital is this?
This is the Kaswa Government Hospital.
Okay, so tell me more about the hospital.
You know, the Kaswa Government Hospital was started in 2015 by the Mahama administration. It was part of the auxiliary facilities that was added to the Kaswa flyover. So the interchange and then the hospital and some 20-kilometer road within the municipality was added to the interchange. So it's an auxiliary facility that was added to the project.
Okay. And when did it complete?
It was completed in 2017. Actually, it delayed because of some land issues. That is the hospital. But at the point in time, it was completed in 2017, yes.
Right. So tell us about the services that are rendered here.
Now, you know, the old Kaswa Government Hospital has not got a department where they do operation, but here there is a facility where they can do operation here.
So there's a theater.
There's a theater here, so you don't need to go to Winneba or let's say Cape Coast or even Accra if there's an emergency. Okay. And then there's also a maternity ward where it is fully furnished. Maybe it's Hawa Kumsin, the MP of this area, named it after herself.
Okay. Okay, so also it's called...
Maybe it's our Kumsing maternity ward.
Okay. What else? I think that building over there is a mortuary.
Yes, that is a mortuary, but the mortuary is not in function now. They are still putting things in place to make sure it works fully. It's not working for now.
Okay. What do you think the people in the community think about this hospital?
The people in the community, I spoke to them at some point in time. It has created jobs, as you can see from this stretch. Businesses are springing up from here. People in this community are also happy because, one, it has come to serve them, and that they will also get the chance to go to the hospital. Initially, they had to go to Kaswa, the old Kaswa hospital, when they get sick, but now it is closer to them. So the people in the community are actually very happy that this project has come to serve them.
Right, so which area is this?
This is called Farm Milk area. That's where the hospital is, yes.
Oh, okay.
Ghana made significant progress on poverty reduction over time, with the privations of Ghanaians from the perspectives of health, education and living standards reducing 9% from 55% in 2011 to about 46% in 2017. This implies that with a current population of 31 million, 14 million Ghanaians are estimated to be multidimensionally poor. The indicators include living standards, which are sub-indicators covering access to cooking fuel, water, assets, housing, overcrowding, electricity, sanitation facilities. The next indicator, which is education, highlights how school-going residents have access to educational facilities with emphasis on school attendance, school attainment and school lag. Another key indicator is health. Under health, the focus is on nutrition and how accessible health insurance and health facilities are to the people. In the central region where the Awutu Senya East constituency is located, those who are multidimensionally poor are deprived, on average, in 49.4% of the weighted indicators. The population share of the central region to the total population is 8.9%. About 1.24 million poor people reside in the region. This represents about 8.8% of all the poor people in Ghana. Between 2011 and now, the proportion of poor people in the central region reduced by 9.3 percentage points from 56.9% in 2011 to 47.6%. Using the 2020 projected regional population figure, approximately 250,000 people, thus 250,000 persons, escaped poverty in the region. Recently published District League table ranks the Awutu Senya East 23rd out of 216 metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies. For instance, with sub-indicators like water under the living standards, the Awutu Senya East was 14th out of the 216 MMDAs. This appears to be a remarkable improvement, but residents still do have some unresolved challenges.
Light in street light solar. No mufa come bebre, especially zongo muhano, because of omunye development work no. A quite nimi bebre. Inti uwa area ha adnajo be fa ha akọ ofie no. Light in on ube sro. Inti yepe street light na access road no. Normal street light no nko. Street light wo dia ye ba ye nsuru
ya tonso na besien na mi wo mi ti say yare ne ba na mo di nso chen nko bu o say aban fa nka hwe nto nte ye na mo to me ntime meto le bia me ko ye hu complain ko mu hua me
Who can complain with?
me kat me bia nso ru na kasa me kaka cross ye aban ka hwe nto no oji enti le bia me 2 sidim ko bu nso 2 sim market no oji 50 pesos. Market 50%, me 20 me were problem on her.
In terms of the security, there are some areas in Kaswa here where at night you cannot cross.
Why?
Because the criminals are hiding in those places. So if you are walking in a certain area and if you don't take care, your life will be taken off.
Subjects are not the only group bearing the brunt of the many challenges in the constituency. The Traditional Authority also has its own share.
Some of the challenges that we have are, you see, the development is not speeding up as the people are settling. As I'm speaking with you here at the traditional headquarters of the kingdom or of the state. We don't have pipe water.
Why? Why don't you have pipe water?
Yeah, that is something that I have to ask you, or I have to ask the MC, or I have to ask somebody.
So what have you done about it? What has the palace done?
A lot have been done, because you see, we have only one secondary school, and that secondary school, I always tell them that I'm the chairman to the board of governors. It wasn't built by the government.
Who built it?
It is the World Bank that built it by our connections or our maneuvers.
Which year was this?
About 3-4 years ago. You understand that?
Was it 2016, 2017?
But 2016 that way. Yeah, that the school was a very big edifice. We have headquarters. We have a bungalow for the headmaster. We have a staff flat, then an assembly hall and a flat. Though you can see it as an E block, but it is not one of the E blocks. This one was built by the World Bank through our maneuvers, supported by the government. You understand that? So our challenges are being the infrastructure and also things that we are to get to let the people here live well. No water. Our electricity is not very good.
What do you mean by very good? You don't have power?
We don't have power. It doesn't stay long. Look, our street, there's not even one common street in the whole of Odupon Fako.
What do you mean by street?
I mean, the routes, there's not even one route or one street in the paramountcy or in the head of the Odupon state that has been tiled. When you are going anywhere, you see our roads are very bad. Even when you are coming from Kasua to Fako, imagine when you were coming, you can see how your lorries were bangling in the potholes. You understand that? So these are our challenges. There are several things that I have to say, but these 2-3 things, the biggest of them of all is water. We don't have water here. Our roads are very bad. There's not even one street in the community that has been tarred, especially when you come to the Pont Fako. It's a very serious thing.
Politically, Awutu Senya East constituency has been represented in parliament only by the governing New Patriotic Party. The current member of parliament, Mavis Hawakumsen, in 2012 beat her contender Adams Nuhu Timbele with more than 4,000 votes. In 2016, Hawakumsen once again beat the NDC's Adams Nuhu Timbele with over 10,000 votes. Ahead of the 2020 general elections, the NDC in the constituency has pressed a new candidate, Phyllis Nakoyo, to wrestle the seat. The NDC believe that they have a clear chance of beating the NPP this time.
So I'm still here at the Awutu Senya East constituency, and I'm currently in the NDC constituency office, and I have here with me the secretary, that's the constituency secretary, Tariq, to tell me how their party is doing. You're welcome to the constituency.
Thank you very much.
Right, so briefly tell me how NDC is doing in the constituency.
NDC is doing well in the constituency. If you look at the statistics from 93, NDC have won majority of in terms of parliamentary. We've won these seats more than the MPP. The MPP, but when the constituency was divided into, it used to be Awutu Senya, then into somewhere, that was 2010. It was divided into Awutu Senya East and then West, where the MPP have won the 2 elections that we've held so far after the split, and with a margin appreciating. But I can tell you what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, when he took the reins of power in 2013, and the development that he has actually initiated in this constituency. The MPP parliamentary candidate then, that is Mavis Hawakumsen, was actually riding on the back of promises that her party is not in government, and that when the party comes, they will do more than what we were doing. And when they came, fortunately for them, she was made a cabinet minister. And when you compare the developmental things that they claim they have instituted in this constituency. The toilets outnumber all the things they said they've done. Whereas when you cross over to our side, we're able to at least give this constituency the first public secondary school that we're enjoying currently at Orupon of Akko. Then we have this interchange.
If Ghanaians give you the nod, does your parliamentary candidates get the nod in December, what are you going to be doing? Give me 5 things that you will be doing, or 5 things that you will have to change in the constituency.
First, we'll look at health. Health-wise, the polyclinic, as we can see, it is not fully operational. So we are going to make sure the facility is become fully operational with all the departments working. As we speak, the mortuary isn't working. Some of the departments are not working. We'll make sure it is done, and then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has, and then with the lobbying skills of Honorable Felicina Akoyo, we are trying to bring in a nursing training college here, and then with the municipal hospital at Ofako. That when you put health aside, we'll look at the road infrastructure. Kaswa, we have about 600. It's about 648 in terms of mileage. Only the NDC was able to do 58.4, leaving a whooping sum. This government has barely just done 2 kilometers. So when we come, we are going to connect most of the areas to be tarred, and then we equally are going to work on the old one. We are going to do an asphalt overlay over the ones that we've constructed. That to our side, we are looking at jobs. Kaswa is a dormitory town. People who work in Accra only come to sleep here, and then they wake up and then go, because we don't have jobs here. So it is something that we are going to look at. So we are going to look at health. We are going to talk of job creation. We are going to change the way our roads are untarred, because majority of the road in Kaswa are not paved. When I say paved, I mean they are not tarred. Then Kaswa is a market center. The women need soft loans to be able to operate. We used to have a lot of these microfinance companies here in Kaswa. Most of them have collapsed. Therefore, putting a lot of hardship on the poor market women. It is something we are going to look at, how to give them soft loans to be able to get their businesses running.
The NPP, on the other hand, say they are retaining the seat come December 7. This is the NPP office in the Awutu Senya East constituency, and I have here with me Alhaji Ibrahim Abu Sadat, who is the constituency chairman. Alhaji, Patriviaboko.
Ahaboko.
Alhaji, na NPP for constituency bibia te say.
Edikaino medanyame asi na me chia etefo mo nyina. Edikanso Awutu Senya East. Me chia obia ahade boko. Me say ya registration. Ya wie masumdie boko. Problem is during the registration time, I am say she ade bibia edaho boko obia oyene ejuma said there towards 2020 yewomoyi na ye kotoaba.
Now if you say yet constituency 2012 and now the Mayamfa 2016 ebe mamenema be enum 5 things are NPP mayor constituency, because mo party na AD constituency so the MP is an NPP person. So 5 things that you have done in the constituency.
Now then I will say me 2016. So I 4 times to say NPP.
It's okay to the Canina.
NPP during the 4 time. NPP Juma Oyewa Awutu Senya, by then Awutu Senya East. Especially Kaswa. Yaba and Yanisu no pipe. The Kufuaba no na NDC na Ewaso. kufuor baeɛ no MPP na adawroma ɛna yɛtumi nya nsuo ba nsuo no ɛwɔ hɔ no achampon ɔna ɔde nsuo baeɛ na nsuo no NDC baeɛ no ɛna bibia more than 35 years na kaso ayɛ ne nsuo nti MPP baeɛ no ɛna kufuor by then no Kwame Nabates ɔno no yɛ Minister of Water and ɔmɔde booster machine bi a ɔmɔde kɔsi broadcasting from broadcasting ɛna ɔmɔde baako bi so kɔtu hail no sɛdeɛ ɛpɔmpi nsuo no from wager ɛna na dawroma ɛndɛ pipe no ɛwɔ hɔ MPP so ɛbaeɛ no na nado baeɛ yi so no sub areas ya ni ɛni nsuo ni ɛyɛ yi no yɛbaeɛ no wokɔ faakɔ gada opekuma kasoa new town CP ne nyinaa no sesia no pipeline no honorable mebisa ɔkɔmsi ɛna wɔde saa project no ɛbaeɛ baabi wɔ hɔ sesia no ɔma start atwe nsuo no ɛna baabi so wɔ hɔ ɔmo se ti sɛ ɔma type ɛkɔ kunyako deɛ no na ɛba around fakɔ area no ɛne gada ansa na nsuo no so no ɛbɛfunu
akwete sɛ sɛ nsuo ho paa ne hia mo constituency because
access sesia no me ka wo wie wɔ ha baabi a mebɛkyerɛ wo no wobɛhu kwaho adwuma no ɛkɔ so rules ɛkɔ so drainage ɛkɔ so toilet clinic market mini market wokɔ Iron City a ɛkɔ so ɔwɔ adom akwele adom estate yɛayɛ mini clinic bi wɔ hɔ bebree all the electoral area wokɔ faakɔ electoral area akwele electoral area opekuma electoral area CP electoral area all the 13 electoral areas wokɔ a wobɛhu adwuma a ɛkɔ so yɛwie deɛ mu sesia no a memeti ha no da mu yɛwie no memfa no sɛ school no na yɛwie no na foforɔ ɛbaa na afei na ɔmbɛhyɛ ase wɔ Iron City na wokɔ assembly near to the electoral commission mo office hɔ no so no 6 classrooms bi so wɔ hɔ ɔma wie ɔma press ayɛ biribiara.
So what will inform the constituent's choice of a candidate as a member of parliament?
Senior Muanwa, and Moa, the boy and my bet me a coyed. Sika say Musika, Sikani here and my debedija. If it's only Sika, I did a ton of crowd, Tonga, Unya, Junior Scabby, a fruit gentleman, no more web boy. A beb boy, my Tonga day.
Into open MP betting me about
beb boy, my Tonga day.
MP or down, me say minimono. Minimono, Minimni, the Angasame, Janet, Quine Zumpo. And Quan me quite a one, 8 years in him. And for to quiet Namusa and Sota potholes. Yes, you shoot bang, tell I be a driver's for the crying Sota Monco, Nyano. You see an anti-fricas for her say, Quanyano. Into me, I'll be chrono down. Or by Ankawaye, only a wide pa, into me say, Miss Mention, Janet, Quine, Minimni ding. Na nimu kura mi wase ni poster bo kura mi share ni panenim na me ko me problem ye kwan ye
na so beto aba December
aban de meto
na MP be na okoto ama no
MP no edu amaya ni skirt and top
na ani se let on fa nchen madam let me to 120 aba no me che 800,000 nyama me bia nyama na me yusu me ko ho ma won na won agisika no nti nya no kwa won da dan Omo dada ye pa sisters o fa nchanya azam ye wa fa nchanya sisters ye ntoche wa ha
December ye beto aba e dia na wo pese ensi ansa no wahu se meto ama we ya na meto ama
na de do o mitirim me ko bete ba kasa pa fi say madam ye bre bibia so atutuma ma ye yentumi ento hwe ye ade ne wa tum ko na ya tum o cha ya tum ye tenya mfaso me travel camp last stop me for car de bia to me ba na pamba matna me ko fie nail ye ba didi ye ba nsu ba bia mte so pipe ni ho nsu no bo ye den nti wa hwa asem kama ye ne ye bre na ya no say enquire to school on check akran ya na enquire.
If maybe my car we load from Kasau to Nsau, so when you're applying the road, there is this rough road called Upa after Amasaman. Sometimes they dodge and pass them because of traffic. When there's hectic traffic, they pass them. But then that road, I've applied that road twice. It's not good at all. And then when it happens like that, the driver is supposed to increase his fare because maybe there will be a fault. He would have to go to the fitting shop, fix it. He used money. So when he comes back, he has to replace that money. So it's a whole lot.
So it has been a very interesting and insightful visit to the Awutu Senya East constituency of the Central Region. This has been the constituency on City TV. My name is Frema Adunyame. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
This is Fact Finder from the BBC.
We live in a world where news travels fast, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate fact from fiction. Fact Finder brings fact-checking from the newsroom up close so you can separate truth from chaff. Be empowered to tell what's fake from what's real. Watch Fact Finder by the BBC on City TV every Wednesday at 6 p.m. City TV. It's your world.
Hello and welcome to 2020 News here on City TV. My name is Mina W. Coming up, Ghana Medical Association predicts a possible lockdown if the public fails to adhere to COVID-19 safety protocols. An Environmental Protection Agency condemns the wanton destructions of vegetative cover on the Ayimensa Ridge of the Bri Mountains. And on to our first story. The Ghana Medical Association says another lockdown is a possibility if the public fails to heed COVID-19 safety protocols in the face of rising new cases. So far, Ghana has recorded 100 new cases, adding to the country's 1,139 active cases. A number of stakeholders, including President Akufo-Addo, in his 19th COVID-19 Nations Address, expressed fears of an increase of our active cases as citizens breach the COVID-19 safety protocols. Now, speaking to City News, the Assistant General Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association, Dr. Titus Bayu, urged the public to observe the COVID-19 safety protocols to control community spread.
Looking at the trend, it is worrying. Whether we will get to a lockdown or not depends on all of us. If we do nothing and allow it to continue in this way, then we can get there. If we do something about it, we can avert it. And what we can do is the use of masks, social distancing, observing all the protocols, frequent hand washing to prevent the community spread or reduce and even stop the community spread. So if we sit down and do nothing and pretend as if the virus is gone, then we'll definitely get back to what we don't want to get to, which is the lockdown stage. But if we do something, all of us, every individual, put our hand to the wheel, we will not get there.
The Environmental Protection Agency, that's the EPA, has condemned the wanton destruction of the vegetative cover on the Ayimensa ridge of the Brie Mountain. Private developers and real estate agencies have over the years depleted the greenery on the slope of the Ayimensa section of the Brie Mountain, exposing residents down the hill to floods. Experts have warned of possible landslides in the future if the situation continues unchecked. Speaking to City News, Deputy Executive Director of the EPA, Beneza Ampasampong, tells City News that the agency will work with the 3 municipal assemblies responsible for the area and map out a strategy to reverse the trend in 4 weeks. The Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry says 800 million Ghana cedis has been made available to contractors owed by the Ghana Education Trust Fund, that's the GET Fund. The money was raised via bonds initiated by the GET Fund and the Ministry of Education. Speaking to City News, CEO of the Chamber, Cherry Awutu, called on contractors with interim payment certificates to furnish GET Fund with their account details for payment. Moving on, residents of Lulubi in the Awutu region are calling on local government authority to survey the area before naming a capital for the yet-to-be-announced district in the Seoul Enclave. The Seoul area, consisting of Sancho Kofi Akpafu, Lekbe and Lulubi, used to be part of the Hohoi municipal area until the carving out of the new Awutu region from the Volta region. The area has since remained without political administration, leading to calls for the government to expedite work on the creation of a new district for the area. A youth leader in Lulubi, Donatus Gaga, addressing the press after a peaceful walk to press home their demands, called on the local government authority to visit the enclave to ascertain their claims.
It is a great joy to us that the one district is being created for the people of Sancho Kofi, Akpafu, Lulubi and Lekpe. However, we wish to suggest an appeal to the government that, for the sake of conveniences, security and easy access for meetings and certain essential facilities that will benefit all members of the one district, Lulubi is centrally placed for the district capital. We wish to state and humbly advise that to forestall any future inconveniences for all members of our new Grand District, our appeal and humble suggestion to government will be considered. For reasons of mistrust and unity, we suggest that government could send her technocrat to assess the true situation to decide on the issue of the Grand District capital.
The Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Lydia Sani Selby, has said that government's plan to link the NHIS membership card to the National Identification Card has commenced. In an interview with City News, Dr. Selby elaborated on the need for the integration, which is to allow interchangeable use of the card when seeking health care. She also said that provisions are being made to provide an online portal to register members who possess the Ghana card and have not registered for the NHIS. Now, the national organizer of the opposition National Democratic Congress, Joshua Kamba, has suggested that the next NDC administration will not use the lack of academic qualifications as an excuse to deny jobs. According to him, academic requirements for jobs have disadvantaged many, particularly supporters of the NDC who work hard for the party's victory. Mr. Kamba said this in Boko during a mini rally to canvass for votes ahead of the December polls.
I know many of the youth here. Why you are suffering and working for the NDC is for jobs. Is that right? Yes.